Good day everyone, I'm Grisel Jan Camanse and I'm the Part 2 reporter of the importance of river, wind, and seas.
The importance of sea. In terms of geography, seas are smaller than oceans and are usually located where the land and ocean meet. Typically, seas are partially enclosed by land. Seas are found on the margins of the ocean and partially enclosed by land. Water covers more than 2/3 of the Earth's surface. Sea plants like Posidonia produces 70% of the oxygen we breathe. And the deep water are home to wildlife and some of the biggest creatures on Earth. It regulates Earth's temperature, provides us with oxygen, food, drinking water, energy, raw materials, medication, and even recreation and culture. All these benefits mankind gets from marine ecosystem are known as ecosystem services. The air that we breathe, the ocean produces over half of the world's oxygen and absorbs 50 times more than carbon dioxide than our atmosphere. Climate regulation, covering 70% of the Earth's surface. The oceans transport heat from the equator to the poles, regulating our climate and weather patterns. There are 5 reasons why the ocean or sea is important. First, the ocean or sea produces more than oxygen than the Amazon. It is often thought that the rainforests are the primary source of oxygen on the planet, but the truth is that rainforests are only responsible for 28% of the oxygen on Earth, while the oceans are responsible for 70% of it. It does not matter how far we live from the ocean or the sea. From every 10 breaths you take, 7 comes from the ocean. Have you ever seen a tree in the middle of the sea? No, right? That is because the ocean does not need them. The phytoplankton have got it covered. Phytoplankton is a microscopic plant, a component of the plankton which spends its life being carried by oceanic currents. Basically, these tiny little organisms act in the same way as tree leaves do on land. Phytoplankton absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. We do not see them, so we tend to forget about them if we know about them in the first place. They are one of the tiniest beings on the planet, but one of the most important to have around, keeping us alive. Second, the ocean regulates the Earth's climate. In many ways, the sea regulates our climate. It sucks up the heat and transports water or warm water from the equator to the poles, and the cold water from the poles to the tropics. Without this current, the weather will be extreme in some regions and fewer places will be habitable. Third, it is an important source of food. So the ocean or the sea is the number one source of protein for more than 1 billion people. Fish accounts for about 15.7% of the animal protein consumed globally. Although not everything is fish and seafood, humans have traditionally used algae and sea plants for cooking sushi, seaweed pancit in Philippines, sea grapes, and etc. So the fourth one is many creatures depend and live in the ocean or sea. So the ocean is not just home to us ocean lovers, but it is home to the greatest abundance of life on our earth. When you sail across an ocean, you will see dolphins, whale, or a turtle popping up to take a breath. That is not just what we see on the surface. There is more life below the ocean surface than on land. Experts predicted that there are more than 300,000 different species under, and it's still not clear how many of them we all know. All the creatures that live in the ocean play an essential role in the trophic chain of the ecosystem. So the last one is it creates millions of jobs. By 2030, ocean-based industries will employ more than 4 million people worldwide. An OECD report is likely to be in the fisheries section, followed by the tourism.
That's all for my report, and to sum up, the importance of the river, wind, and sea is they have a big contribution to the living organism, especially as humans.